Hi, I'm Lucas Sin. I'm the chef of Junzi Kitchen in Nice Day Chinese. Junzi Kitchen is a fast casual restaurant. We serve bowls of rice and noodles and that sort of thing, sort of like easy to eat, but sort of like seasonal, home-style vegetable cooking. And then on the other hand, we have Nice Day Chinese. That's a Chinese-American restaurant. So Chinese-American classics, or rather American Chinese classics, General Tso's chicken, Kung Pao chicken, orange chicken, that sort of thing. We have this broad goal of trying to understand and ask people to re-understand what Chinese food means in the US. We've opened 5 restaurants now, 4 in New York and 1 in New Haven. Restaurants are always going to be businesses, so you need to build in business sustainability within your restaurant from the get-go. For me, that means committing to understanding and analyzing hard data. For me, I think a lot of your success needs to be quantifiable. I think it means committing to capital or things that you put inside your restaurant with a certain degree of confidence, and taking it slow so you don't make big mistakes that cost you a lot of money from the onset. Food safety is paramount. It's not negotiable, and not only because of the DOH. I think as a restaurant, you have the responsibility to take care of people that come in. Hospitality comes from a Latin word. This word means that you're nourishing and you're taking care of people. I think that isn't just a privilege, it's also a responsibility. So at the very least, food safety, among honestly also the safety and hygiene of your own staff, is really, really important. Food safety needs to go beyond your own personal practices, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be inside of the kitchen, inside of the restaurant all the time. So the same way that you want to implement sort of quality standards for your food, you have to have the same approach for food safety for all of the staff within your restaurant. To maintain safety standards, we try to maintain an abundance of refrigeration and storage space. That's really important. Nice clean prep tables, that sort of thing. For a lot of blades and machines that cut things, a lot of safety mechanisms are built within them. I'm really afraid of my kitchen staff cutting themselves, whether it's automatic shut-off mechanisms or, more likely, modular blade components that can be removed so that they are protected during the washing process. That's really, really important to me. In fact, we just purchased a slicer, or a slicer of sorts, and we went through so many models, we had to see so many because none of them, until this one, had the proper blade system where you could take it off and have it washed effectively so that there are no contaminants left on the blades, but also you wouldn't have to stick your fingers into anything. Yeah, we use dishwashers. I love dishwashers. I think they're the most It's the best way for you to be confident that all of the tools and kitchen equipment that you're using is washed, rinsed, and sanitized thoroughly. A large amount of food goes through our kitchens every day, so cross-contamination can be a real issue. The way we prevent it is that we work on one thing at a time. So if you're working with meat, or let's say you're working with beef, you finish the entire beef recipe, you finish the beef production before you wash, rinse, and sanitize the whole surface, and then you bring another thing on. Labeling is really important. We have automatic label generators for big batches of recipes, but otherwise we do temp all our food every morning when the restaurant's open. We temp it regularly every couple of hours. We also control the quality of our food not only with temperature but also with time. So every time food comes up and is put on the line, it has a certain sort of time or hour expiration date, and all of that's noted. I think that perhaps the key takeaway is that food quality and food safety goes hand in hand, and often when you can ensure a certain safety, you can also ensure the quality and the taste of the food. My advice for young chefs, I suppose, I wish I'd known that you would be allowed to commit to the fun that you have in your opening restaurant. That oftentimes the best metric for whether you're moving in the right direction is gauging the climate or the emotional climate of the kitchen, of how much fun people are having.